Well, you know, it seems sometimes you can teach an old dog new tricks. Just ask the instructors at Sniff University. From puppy preschool to breaking the bad habits of your older dogs, the SPCA is kicking off 2015 with a new round of classes. A very different idea. I think you'll like it. Meagan Montmeny joins us now to talk about some of the benefits of training. And good morning to you, Meagan.
Good morning.
Thanks for being with us. You got your buddy with you today. Who's this?
This is Boris. He's a one-year-old boxer
Look
mix.
at this.
Yes.
Can you see him? This face? He's going home. He's available too. We want to say that from the outset. And look how well behaved, and I would imagine that. And now, how old is Boris?
He's 1 year old.
Okay, so I would imagine that training starts right out of the gate, if possible.
Yes, it does. And we actually say at 10 weeks old, come join us for puppy preschool and teaching new puppies all these great new habits and patterns about crate training and potty training and how to greet new people. Good boy.
You know, I'm sure it depends on the smartness of, the dog. A lot of dogs are different. How long would you say, in general, it takes to get a dog in relatively good behavior?
So all of our training is all about routine. And so the more that the owner spends some time with their dog, it doesn't matter about how smart they are, what breed they are, which is the best part about training. So 10 to 15 minutes a couple times a day. Rewarding, we use food. So we like to reward with a treat.
Positive reinforcement.
Exactly. You just did the right thing. Here's your food. Well done. And the dogs really respond very, very well to that. Yeah. So then the trick becomes, how do we start moving away from the food and expecting the dog to sit every time we ask for it.
Just on his own. Okay, so Puppy 101. That's Puppy 101, right?
Yes.
So let's move to the next thing. And we talked about yoga. Right?
Yes.
Dog yoga. What is this?
It's so much fun. We have a great yoga instructor who does some work with dogs, and it's called Doga, and it's all about going through the different poses that you would use actually
like downward dog.
Downward dog is a favorite. And it's so neat. By the end of the class, the owners are actually laying on the floor, hugging their dog, and everybody's cuddled up and completely relaxed. It's amazing.
That is good. I never thought about it. And that's one of the things I was saying is a unique idea. See, Boris, look how cute he is. And well-behaved, too. I will notice that right from the beginning, well-behaved came right over friendly. And I would imagine that's the result of good training.
It is. It is. Boris, I do a training class every week with our dogs that are in the shelter.
Okay.
So even though they're not in our formal Sniff University classes, we still take them out of their kennels. My staff come out, we play with them, we do some training time. And so Boris has had about 30 minutes of training every single day. He gets to come out and play with us. And you can see this is a one-year-old dog, just sitting very calm.
So and what's the next step you offer for older dogs? And would you say that's a tougher training task, I would imagine?
It is. Dogs 101 is perfect for your adolescent dog. A dog who hasn't had training before. They're not quite sure what this is yet.
Yeah.
And it's all positive. So we're using food. We teach the owner create these new habits of, I know jumping on people was a lot of fun for you, but we're going to change the rules of your game, and now I need you to sit.
Right.
And it's all friendly. It's all getting the dog just to understand the rules of our game.
Now, what are the common mistakes you see? And I have to wonder this because I'm sure I've made more than a few with Abe. What are the common mistakes you see in training when you're watching?
So one of the hardest things, I think, for some owners is that they forget that when you ask the dog to do something, we don't have to negotiate. We're not going to ask over and over and over again.
Right.
And so folks forget, and they ask the dog to sit, and then they ask them to sit again, and they ask them to sit again, and then we get a little bit more stern about it. And by the time we look back, we've asked 6 times for our dog to sit, and they still haven't sat.
They don't get it.
No. So we teach owners how to make our cues very clear, very consistent. So the first time I ask you, this is what I'm expecting from you, and then here's your reward for doing it.
Right, right. Just start all over again, I suppose, if it doesn't work. All right, Meagan, thanks so much for being with us. And good information. Thanks for bringing Boris. He's available. Don't forget, if you're falling in love, which is what happened to me last year in a segment exactly like this, take him home. All right, we want to get over to Charlie right now to look at what's going on.